Hey there! You are watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today is Sundis, the 6th of Frostfall in 4th Era 201. It's a crisp 6:33 a.m. here in the world of Skyrim, and Kinlen is sitting before the fire, having woken, washed, dressed, and is now ready for breakfast. While we have breakfast, I'm going to refresh you a little bit on the story because it has been a little while since I have played Skyrim. Kinlen is feeling particularly hungry, so she's going to brew up some Orsinian battle tea. This is her favorite tea, absolute favorite tea. And it is particularly important to her because the recipe was given to her by an orc war chieftain, who is really central to her story. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we go through the episode today. So she's going to have some of that, and she's going to have some stew left over from the night before with a little bit of bread and a bit of cheese. And luckily it gives her, she didn't eat an entire cheese wedge. I mean, she likes cheese, but you know, there's a limit. And also she's going to munch a little bit on some veggies here as well. And after a full meal, washed down with a bit of water, she's ready to go this morning. And where are we going to be going? Well, let's stand up Kinlen up and get a look at her at first, so that those of you who are just coming in, who are new, and those of you who just want to remember, can get a good look at Kinlen. And here she is. There she is. There's Valgus, her healer companion in the back, and her two hounds, their Scout, walking in the tent there, and Miko is somewhere about. And this is Kinlen. She's a wonderful character. I love her. She's absolutely fantastic. And you can see on her side here that she is a dual swordswoman. She carries these two swords, both of whom which are very important to her and were gifted to her at different times by her father, General Tullius. Yes, Kinlen is the daughter of General Tullius. This is her first one, Fleur-de-Lis. She just got this one very recently from him and retired another sword that he gave her very early on in her adventures here in Skyrim. And then this is aptly named General's Gift. And I don't remember when he gave this to her, but he tends to give her a new weapon as gratitude when she successfully completes another mission that he has assigned her. Kinlen is the General's secret weapon here in Skyrim to win the Civil War. Not only is she his devoted daughter, but she is well-trained, having trained in the Priory in Bruma, training under Brother Ramon for many years as a teenager, young girl, teenager, and young adult. And now she's putting those skills to the test here in Skyrim and succeeding admirably. She has some weapons here that we're going to... her carry weight's all right, so we'll keep them. And she's holding on to these because Kinlen is a bit of a muggle, as you might say, mixing my fandoms up. But anyway, she is got no magic talent, no enchanting talent, no magical talents whatsoever. So she pays to have all of her enchanting done by the royal enchanter at the Blue Palace in Solitude, where she lives. So, this is basically her whole look here. Scrolling out a little bit there so you can see her. She is a heavy armor maiden. She has a kind of, and she's been teased about this a lot through her life, but she learned quickly that a more feminine walk would not do her because you kind of need to spread those arms out to keep from bumping. Whoa, keep from bumping your swords. Who goes there? Miko? I do not think so. Good morning to you too. I take it I trust the day finds you well? Miko, you're a bit slow. Where's Scout? Well, she'll be along shortly. I suppose she left this to you. Thought I might be your first mark this morning. I think not. You carry nothing of value on you. I imagine you thought you would find what you needed for your next meal on me. I'm sorry to disappoint you. So, as you can see here, I was just saying that Kinlen's walk here is kind of, I love her walk. Very, very Kinlen. Very Kinlen. Anyway, if you'd like to know the mods that I'm using in this playthrough, as always, the mod list is available in the description below. So we are going to be continuing on with Kinlen's story, continuing on with the Civil War questline, but also, excellent. Ho there.
Need something?
Yes, I do. I have something for you. I want you to pass it along to your man who carries messages. And here's some gold as well, too, to help along with the journey.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Appreciate it. Pass this message along. It needs to go to Solitude. It's marked, and I will be at your camp later today.
Yeah,
All right. That taken care of. Scout, it's time for breakfast. Scout is Kinlen's lead dog, her lead hound. And because she's a mod, she doesn't bark as she should when getting her treat, which is too bad. But Miko does. Scout is a mod called Garm or Galm? Garm? Miko! Too many people wandering about. Everyone gather. We'll summon everybody. And wherever Miko is, there he is. Miko, good morning. You're such a good boy. And Miko takes his treat happily. Valgus, I think that we have matters here. We'll be going along the road here a bit to the north. So, because I am, as usual, a bit out of practice, you'll have to forgive me while I sort of fumble around with the keys. But there is nearby... We're going to the Rift Imperial camp, but I think there is a cave. Of course, now I'm going way over here. I can't find it. There is very nearby here. I don't think it's Arcwind Point Barrow. Is it? There is a Draugr Barrow that I'm looking for here. That's really pretty close. I'll see if I can just go up the road a bit and find it. As we leave this wonderful campsite. This is also a mod, places these convenient campsites in different areas. I've used it for so many years. Recommended by a viewer some time ago. And as we... Oh, a spider. The rift is full of them. I will keep my sword close to my blade. Keep my sword close to my blade close to my hand. Ah, wake up, Kinlen. Anyway, so, Kinlen is an orc bloodkin. That means she's gone through the orc blood proving. I feel a bit silly. I might have to pause and find this. Because I don't think it's this. Might be. Scenic Tower. Well, we'll go here. We'll place a marker. This may be the place I'm thinking about. It's a Draugr crypt nearby. But I can feel that if I spend the episode, there it is. If I spend the episode wandering around in the backwoods, it will not be too interesting because I'm in the mood for a little bit of dungeon crawling. Oh. Oh, that's too bad. Stomped. It's Redguard. It looks as if he has had a bad time of it. Trying to learn, what is this? Advances in lockpicking. I suppose he couldn't read either. But in trying to read, perhaps that spider... Well, he doesn't need it anymore. When I get to Riften, I'll alert someone that he is here. Blessings be upon you on your ways. To wherever roads you will travel next. So anyway, Kinlen is going to be, or is an orc bloodkin, and that's part of her, it's a deep part of her now. Her main task here, I was telling you that she is General Tullius's secret weapon. Her main task is to bring together a mercenary fighting force here in Skyrim, and she's done a good job with that. In fact, Valgus is part of her, a healer. She has come, I wouldn't say collected, but asked for the assistance of several people she has that have been followers of hers who are now waiting in different areas of Skyrim for her call. I think this might be where I was heading towards. Yes, this is it. There's a journal here, though I will not read it yet. Let's find out if whoever wrote it is still alive. I doubt they'd want me looking at their personal thoughts. So we're going to head into Angarvunde. That's what I was thinking. I was looking for Angarvunde. Here. Not very far away. Definitely not here. So let me remove that map marker so as not to create confusion. And we're going to go in and do some good old-fashioned dungeon diving. Let's do it. Get back into the swing of things.
Cowards, every one of them, running at the first sign of trouble. Riches and fortune within my grasp, and I have to give it all up because they're afraid of a few dead bodies.
It seems, Valgus, that we are not alone. Valgus is part of Interesting NPCs, a very huge quest mod. That, let's prepare ourselves a bit. Kinlen can sense the tension of her dogs behind her.
I didn't see you there.
Well, you seem troubled. I heard you, could not help overhearing you. What is the matter?
Of course I'm troubled. I'm on the verge of incredible wealth, but my cowardly workforce ran at the first sign of danger.
You said something about dead bodies? Perhaps that's what scared them off?
We were excavating this old tomb when we opened a chamber full of corpses. The team took one look, turned tail, and ran.
Well, They have not seen dead bodies before, I take it.
Well, probably not like these. The ones in there are all still walking around.
I see.
If I can't get past the creatures in that room, I can't recover the treasure. I need more manpower.
You're after some sort of treasure.
Legend says this tomb holds a treasure that bestows great power on the one who discovers it. Beyond that, not much more is known. Obviously, this treasure will fetch a good deal of gold, and I'm willing to let you share in the reward when we find it. In any case, if I can't get past the creatures in that room, I can't recover the treasure. I need more manpower.
Well, I do not know about manpower, but perhaps some woman power could help you.
Say, that's not a bad idea. You look like you could handle yourself against these beasts. I'll tell you what. You help me get the treasure, and I'll split it with you. Deal?
Absolutely a deal. My sword arm has not quite been getting the work out that it needs. I'll be happy to assist you. We will be splitting this treasure of yours 50-50. Deal.
Excellent. With my brains and your brawn, that treasure will soon be mine. Ours. First, I need you to clear the main chamber of those monstrosities. I'll stay here until you're finished, planning our next move.
I'm sure you will. Well, what you may not have in a sword arm, you certainly do not lack in an ability for negotiation. You stay here. I wouldn't want you to sully those skirts. Valgus, some protection, please.
Thief, give us fortune.
So Valgus is, as I'd mentioned, a healer, and I have a mod in, which I love. I think it's called Be With Healer, that will allow us to give me protection, which Valgus will do. And boom. Kinlen now has an armor enchantment on her, which you can't see, but it is there. Let's see if I can. Fortify Magicka. Let's see. Regenerate health. I think it's in here. Oh, Oak Flesh right here at the top. Oh, it's only for 1 minute and 53 seconds, so we better get into some fighting soon. Oh, and also, you'll see Kinlen starts out. Let's do this again. Kinlen starts out with a very clean face. She's just had a bath, but I also have a mod in called Bathing in Skyrim, which I love. So after doing a crypt like this, she is usually covered in dirt and filth of her enemies, as well one should be. All right, let's get to business. Like I said, Kinlen's not much for sneaking. She just bravely walks into the situation. So Kinlen, like I had said, has gathered a bunch of followers who she will call to her at the last battle before the gates of Windhelm, I mean. And this has all the smell and trappings of Droga. And they will be her mercenary fighting force. Ah, hello there. Wrong direction! Ugh! I tire of you already! There is another. I hear you. Where are you? Ah, there you are. Well, that was invigorating. It is rather dark in this chamber. Let me see, where have I put my torches? That's not it. Trying to remember my key binds here. There they are. We'll just throw that over there. That is a throwing light there. Should give us a little bit light here. And they will stay lit I don't think they go out, actually. I've never seen one go out. By the way, that's Kinlen's loadout there. I'll show it to you. Here are her swords. She can also use a throwing axe, a very deadly weapon. And then she has potions that she uses. Fire, poison, something for Draugr. That's a shock potion. And these are throwing potions. So they will, that I believe is poison right there. Cause a bit of pain when thrown on her enemies. She uses them from time to time, usually. If I can remember to use them. Which way do we need to go here? It's so easy to get turned about. Ah, there.
Have you killed them all yet?
I believe so. Though I don't think that's all of them. There are probably more deeper inside.
Then we've no time to lose. Follow me. Don't fall behind.
Okay. And now she's going to get stuck because of all of our followers. So I have to move this way so that our followers come in here and then she will run off. This woman, I do not like the looks of her. She is too eager and too fast-talking. Ah. Well, it seems our way is barred.
These doors seem to be the only thing left between me and the treasure.
There must be some way to open them.
There'd better be. I didn't come all this way to leave empty-handed. There must be a way to activate these doors deeper in the ruins. Here, take this key. It should open the doors on either side of the chamber.
Fine. I don't think with that little sword you'll be of any help in battle. Wait here. Ah. And I see another door up there. We'll take this one first. Hounds, you with me? And as Kinlen's character has grown, she's become much stronger of a leader. Much more... She was a bit wavering in the beginning, and now she's definitely got a better idea of her strengths and her weaknesses. So she's become a fascinating character to play. Well, I hear a party already. Let's see if we can greet him in the way that is, I find, customary. I hear the footsteps. Hopefully he will come running at me. And I can make his day most miserable. Ah. There are traps I see here. I have faced many before. Let's see. Ah! I have faced many before and lost! Ah! That made me feel better. Are the dogs okay? Good. Ah, our way is a bit barred here. It is difficult to avoid the traps when the hounds push you into them. I hear more of their footsteps. So, he draws closer. Miko, don't play around. Get down from there. Ah, there he is. Hello. Come to greet me. Ah! This way! I believe that was in the knee. Woo! Hello. I come! Ugh. Glorious. Out of the way, Miko. He brings some sort of... Miko, are you well? Ah, thank you for the healing. I was just wondering. So I love that Valgus will heal everyone in the party. So Be With Healer is a wonderful mod. As you can assign... Now, Valgus is actually a healer by story and design and interesting NPCs, but you can make anyone be a healer, any follower. So I find that mod to be really, really helpful. And before it, Kinlen was really dependent on expensive potions. She still has them, and plenty of them, and she can take them. This will be a bit difficult. Let's see if I can do it. Oh! That did not sound good. Either some sort of blade trap or... Kinlen walks over to the edge here, looks for a way down that she won't break her ankle, although she doesn't mind jumping. Here's a rock. She doesn't mind jumping when she's in battle, you know, and in the battle rage. It's almost as if her new orc bloodkin self gives her extra power. Strength and... I don't know, it makes her more dynamic in battle almost. Whatever that means. These things, they... Oddly enough, they don't smell at all. I guess just sort of a very dry smell. Well, onwards. And also, Scout B, as you can see, is her lead dog, usually in front, and usually leading the charge, her lead hound, as it were. I've spoken about this before, but the inspiration for Kinlen is partly from a book called Paxenarion, Paksennarion. And it's about a woman who goes off and ends up becoming a very powerful soldier. So since Kinlen doesn't do lockpicking, as I was going to say, she uses a more ready method. A good old lock bash. A magic feather of silver, flawless amethyst, and some gold. Kinlen's also particular about what she picks up. And as you can see there, I have a harvest mod. Try to put my swords down when we are not in combat, as they're distracting on the screen. So I believe we went down... I am topsy-turvy. Is it here? Yes. My favorite way to greet a Draugr. With an axe right to the forehead. Or to the knee, if I'm aiming low. More of those infernal traps. Ah! Hello there! Be careful of the traps. Let me help. How about another for good measure? Good dogs. And also a kind of, hello. You keep that shouting to yourself. It's very rude. My blood begins to course through my body. To course through my body, it's very strong. And it beats in my ears. Now, she also has a potion that she can use that I just forget to use it. Let's see here. We might be out of it. I might have used it all up here. Nope. That's for if she needs holy water potion grenade. And that, she doesn't, I tend not to use it as much because, as you can see, the axe staggers them, whereas the potion grenade just does damage and they still keep coming at you and whatnot. So she's really moved on to, she just likes the cold metal. I see you. I think. Where are you? Ah, we shall do it this way then. Perfect. You need to get your direction straight. More. Show me where they are. Above? Ah. That is it. One more. He falls. You are strong enough to take 2 axes and still take my blade. A worthy opponent. Thank you for the healing. When I am in battle, I feel nothing. But as I come out of battle, I feel the aches and pains. As now, I do feel them. So I have a mod in, as I will be, as always, talking about the mods I have, so that you will know how I'm creating Kinlen's story, and also quality of life mods for me, the player. One of them is Harvest. I believe it's, I think it might just be called Harvest. I've used it for so many years. And it basically allows you to set up what you want your character to automatically take from the environment around them. Let's see here. Oh, Auto Harvest. Auto Harvest 2. And it allows you to choose the things that you want to take automatically, and even the weight. For example, only give me gems over this weight so you don't get overburdened with a bunch of gems. Things like that. Or if you feel like it might be, you can just set it up however you'd like it to be. So it makes going through these crypts much more interesting because, for me, much less tedious, because Kinlen is going through without stopping to search through every little container. But she still gets what she wants. It also stops you from having to worry about picking up things like that you don't want, such as Kinlen never picks up, I'm trying to think of something. Just ordinary weapons, for example. Armor that is not enchanted. Things like that. Kinlen stops and listens. I think that this may be the room where we just were, just above it. So these potions, she'll pick up, but she doesn't pick up magica potions, for example. I think she doesn't. Maybe she does and I sell them. Yeah, she does. I think there may not be a way for me to determine magica, no magica, but I just sell those. Ah, you hear it too. Prepare yourself. Kinlen points that way to Valgus. Valgus readies himself. So having to pick up all those little coins would be pretty tedious. So Kinlen does not do that. If you knocked my blade out of the air with your foul breath, I will be most irritated. Kinlen quickly switches to her blade and does it to the Draugr. There. He is no longer a problem, as it were. One of the things I'm going to check here is, and I think I don't have this set up. Dialogue. No, I do. Okay, good. I have a mod in which is supposed to transcribe what the Draugr say into English in the subtitles. And I don't know if it's doing that. I haven't been paying attention. We'll see. This takes us back to Angarvunde. It looks as if we have completed one side and come out the other. Ah. Ah, there you are. Kinlen hops down. You've sat here all this time. You're brave. Oh, it seems that you have opened one gate. Well, we have.
Only
What say
one
you?
more door left. Hurry up.
Ah, you are impatient. A quality that can be deadly. So it looks as if we need to take care of the other side. There. Oh, this might be a convenient way up. Yes. Kinlen looks back over her shoulder at the impatient Dunmer woman and heads into the Angarvunde catacombs. Another 50 Draugr before we earn our dinner. Let me just check and see how many we have left. Kinlen gets them smithed up. Oh, goodness. 84. Yeah, all right, we're good. Kinlen gets them smithed up whenever she's in Solitude. The Solitude blacksmith, whose name I am forgetting right now. They pace these halls restlessly for thousands of years. Kinlen stops to listen. What is this? Ah, a stairwell. I hear you. Ah. Well, this is not good. Be careful. Where did you go? Are you not interested in battle? There you are. Good night. Sleep tight. But I don't know if my companions can get down here. let's call them to us, as I don't know if this was designed for companions. So we will just say that they jumped down carefully. Ah! Were you saying something? And you see their scout always first in battle. Ah, he had a shield, that one. I love it because, and also, I believe I have it set to pick up Kinlen's axes if they're available to be picked up. I'm having a momentary brain fart, but I believe you could, yes, you can. You can actually tell it to set up certain things. Auto harvest over here. So you can tell it not to pick up certain things, like exclude these things. For example, all these cloaks that it was always picking up. And you can tell it to also pick up or specifically pay attention to these things. So, though I don't see her axe in here, so I'll have to do that, actually. I think my thinking might have been that I wanted her to have a way to spend her gold. I hear another one here. There's a chest up there. If battle has not alerted his presence, then that will. The only disadvantage is that this trap trigger here, you can't really deactivate that with the sword. Oh wait, yes you can. Whoa! Oh, that was most unpleasant. Kinlen's taking a quick potion here. Yes, I guess you can. He has slowed me. I do not like that. Thank you. I was foolish with that trap up there. Anyway, so yeah, I guess you can break it with your sword. I told you I was out of practice. It's been a couple of months. Okay. I wonder why they ever thought that the Draugr would need something to read down here. Those books are so ancient. Somebody must have brought them in with some sort of hopeful intent. Ah. I believe we can say greetings.
That appears to be
Yes. That is my way of saying hello. At least to Draugr. Ah! I do not like that because my sword. I mean my axe. Ugh! Down with you! Miko and Scout, as you can see. Oh wow, Scout took care of that one on her own. Oh, good girl. Ah, another. He slows me. Do you wish to parry? Or should you go back there and die? Like that. Rest easy, brave fallen? I think not. Do you hear something, Valgus? Rest finally would be more like it. One of the things that I'm always concerned about before I start recording is whether I will be able to just a little bit confused as to where we just came from. I think we did come out here. Yeah. What confused me was the fact that that stamina potion was still there. But I believe auto harvest doesn't pick up when you're in battle, or there's a slight delay. I could be wrong. Let's see where we are. Yep. So we did come out that way. So this is the way to be going here. Woo! That is a very dangerous trap. I wonder if these stairs carry another. No. But these stairs do. Kinlen very, very carefully edges around this trap. Ah! Are you okay? Kinlen cannot worry about Valgus right now. She is rather busy. Valgus, I hope you are well. Because I need your healing. Careful, Valgus. Ooh, my goodness. She is a tough cookie. So Kinlen can be defeated, or at least temporarily, and she can die. But it takes a great deal of damage all at once. For I am using a mod called Death Alternative, which I think I will use if I continue on doing playthroughs of Skyrim. I will absolutely be using this mod. Because it basically keeps us from having to save and reload on death. If Kinlen's health becomes too low, which we're not seeing because she has Valgus with us, but without him, it does happen, she will take a knee. I'm going to pause for a minute before we go into this room, and if Valgus will give me some room there. And if she gets a great deal of damage, come on, do your best. I'm glad you are healing yourself as well. This is hard work and rather thirsty. Kinlen stops to take a bit of a drink. Leaning against a pillar here and wiping her sweaty forehead. Then she pours some water out for the dogs. And they lap at it. Good job. Anyway, so Death Alternative means that I haven't had to kind of reload, as it were, from saving and dying in a long time. I'm sorry to wake you from your rest, but it's time to go to sleep. I do not relish the idea of simply killing them as they rest, but I know that they would come behind me, and that would be most unwise. See? Scout always in the front there. Doing her damage. Ah! Valgus, you might want to... Never mind. I've got it. You rest. I'm fine. It has been glorious watching Kinlen become such a badass from being so... she wasn't really timid, but she was just... I mean, it was just... She wanted to please her father. It was her first time in out of Cyrodiil in her entire life. And she'd, you know, besides trips down to the Imperial City, hadn't really left Bruma very often from the Priory. So she was rather... There are more. I see here. There's more, though. Ah, here is one that would do me damage if he could. Or she. Ah! I would leave you to the tender mercy of my hounds, but I like your sword. Ah, that is very beautiful. Some sort of great sword. Perhaps even ceremonial in nature. Yes, I think this will be mine. Kinlen's carry weight is doing all right because she keeps a trim pack. That greatsword would be good for one of any companion I might find that needs it. And just to give you a little heads up, let me see here. The followers that she has so far, she has Gorbash Ironhand, Maik the Liar, Brock, and she had a quick little dog follower for a little bit. He passed on. He's at Helgen. Not passed on, he's at Helgen. And so we're going to be picking up a few more followers as well, too. She did have an Imperial soldier follower early on in the playthrough that I seem to have lost track of, to be absolutely honest. He was an Imperial, interesting NPC. We go back into Angarvunde to see how Madrisi is faring. Ah, if I am not very mistaken, that is the sound of the other gate. We progress, Valgus. Kinlen absent-mindedly tightens her gloves, subconsciously preparing, as always, for battle. Ho there! The gate stands open. Is she still there?
The treasure is mine. All mine.
Wait! Madrisi? Oh, that is not good. I told you impatience could be deadly. Is this the treasure you were waiting for? A dry, broken steel sword? A skull? A hand? Probably from the last victim. Bones and dust. Ah, you wish to go down below as well. Well, let's see. Ah, there stands someone, and I highly doubt he is friendly. Or it. Oh, no. Kinlen stares at him down the hall as he stares at her, both of them with murderous intent in their eyes. And then Kinlen charges. I think not! I have killed many of you before, and I will do it again. You were barely worth taking out my sword for. But I take it you are the guardian of the true treasure. Ah, another one of these strange ancient walls. And a chest. Now, because it's open, that means that whatever she wanted in here, that I have automatically set for auto harvest, was already taken. But this ebony sword would do wonderfully for one of her orc bloodkin companions. And this amulet of dragon blood. Health regenerates 10% faster. Well, I think I'll take that as Valgus might want it. Ah, could you all not navigate down the stairs for some reason? Valgus didn't even come up or come down for the fight. Kinlen was on her own. Going up these stairs make me dizzy. Valgus, thankfully your help was not needed.
We've stopped. Good. A patient mind sees with clear eyes.
Yes, I agree. That's what I wished to have told poor Madrisi, who now lays dead above us.
Our burdens are best spread between us.
I'm wondering, so he already has a necklace of extreme health, but I think I'll give him this necklace just because it's so unique and interesting. And we'll take that necklace from him. And we'll see if this necklace shows up on his robes or not. Doesn't look like it is.
May the serpent bless our deeds.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to show up underneath their robes, his robes. You know, Valgus, I believe we should go and get, go and get you some more robes. You've been using those for a while. Okay. It looks like that is Angarvunde. I heard the all clear sound that plays when you've cleared a dungeon. And I think we got some good plunder from that. I am very curious as to what those walls with the ancient writing are on them. Father says it has to do with the dragons. But that's all he knows. Now you'll notice that Kinlen is not the Dragonborn. So, those word walls do nothing for her. And I will not do another Dragonborn playthrough where a character is the Dragonborn because that's Mala in my Skyrim, and I only want one Dragonborn. Mala has played that role, and I believe that my characters are sort of traveling through Skyrim concurrently. Like Mala's story is unfolding just as Kinlen's story is in the same period of time. So it would be cool if we could see Mala on the road. That'd be pretty neat, but we'll just have to use our imaginations. Kinlen takes out her pocket watch. If I could remember what the key is. That's not it. Let's try this again. Kinlen takes out her pocket watch. Ah, there we go. It is just after the 16th bell. An ancient temple. Immeasurable riches. Great treasure waits for the worthy adventurer. I think she didn't understand the worthy part. I have found that true treasure is earned. I'll leave this here as a warning for others. Shall we make our way to the Imperial camp? If we're lucky, we shall get there just after dinner. And I'm going to bring us back down here to the road. Oops. I normally do not have my characters walk through bushes, because we can't walk through a bush, so I don't see why they can too. Here's the road. And let's bring up our compass and the map. Kinlen takes out her map. It looks like the Imperial camp, the Rift camp, is to the west a bit. Ah, not too far up this road. So we're going to walk a little bit and talk. This is going to be the first episode you're seeing of a 5th anniversary series for the channel. This is November 11th that this episode will be going live, along with additional episodes that I will be putting up all day. It's going to be all Skyrim, all day. We're going to first regain the Pale, and then we're going to head up, I believe, to Winterhold to continue the quest line for Helgen Reborn. So, if you enjoyed this episode, I'm so glad you joined me for it. There's going to be more Skyrim coming all day long. So, I encourage you to get a cup of tea and tuck yourself in and maybe watch all the episodes back to back, or just sort of see them as they come out through the day, or savor them over the weekend, or however it is that you want to enjoy and celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Jessa Channel. On November 11th, 2012, I posted my very first episode of Mala's story, and there'll be a link for it in the description below if you want to go back and see how dreadful I was. But you can see that I have improved. Ah, the Imperials return. Well, we shall leave it here on this beautiful Sundays at 4:57 p.m. the 6th of Frostfall and 4E 201 in the land of Skyrim. I'm so glad you joined me for this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below, and if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here all day for more Skyrim. And as always, thank you so much for watching.